Hello, friends, and welcome to a special episode of the 10-Minute Mind Shift podcast. I have a special guest with me this week, my 8.5-year-old granddaughter, Brinley. She's here with me this week, and so I thought it would be fun to have her on the podcast and ask her some questions about some of the things that Grandma talks about on the 10-Minute Mind Shift podcast. Brinley happens to be one of my biggest fans, and so I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Stay tuned, my friends. Hello and welcome to the 10-Minute Mind Shift podcast. I have a special guest today. Her name is Brinley Barber, and she's my 8.5-year-old granddaughter. Can you say hello?
Hello.
You're one of Grandma's biggest fans, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You've listened to all my episodes,
Yes.
some of them over and over again.
That is true. They're way too short.
So, what is one of the favorite episodes that you listen to?
Just one of my favorites is number 2.
Number
and
2.
5.
Number 2 and 5, possibility thinking. And you like the time management one too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about how sometimes you feel like you don't have enough time, but you really do, huh?
Yeah, because you just feel like it, but once you get that out of your system, you actually feel like you have more time.
Yeah, when you stop thinking that you don't have time, you actually start feeling like you have all the time that you need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And possibility thinking, we were just talking about that yesterday. When you think you can,
You can.
And
but
when
when you can't, when you think you can't, you can't.
right. What was something that you did yesterday that was an example of that? Do you remember? Do you remember when you went for your horse lesson?
And I was scared at the beginning because I felt her pushing my hips, but then in the end I wasn't afraid and I could actually ride her.
Yeah, so in the beginning you thought, I can't do this. You even said, I don't think I can, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
I did.
And then we said, take a deep breath, it'll be okay. Yep, you did that. And then you started just doing it, right? You stopped worrying about it and you just started doing it.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I could actually do it because I believed that I could.
And you didn't quit.
No, I didn't. You should never quit on
Yeah.
your dreams.
Yeah, this has been a dream for a long time, right?
Yeah, ever since I could talk.
Ever since you could talk, you've been talking about coming to Grandma's house and taking horse lessons, right?
Yeah.
What's another thing that you'd like to listen? One time we did an episode about indulgent emotions. Do you remember that one where I talked about worry?
Yes.
Was that one helpful?
Yeah, that one was very helpful because I used to worry a lot about stupid things.
And then what happens when you worry?
Well, when you worry, it gets you nowhere in life.
Yeah.
You do nothing, and worrying does nothing for you. So if you have worry, you should stop and listen to
Maybe number 10.
number 10.
Episode 10. Right. And yesterday you were kind of worried too, so that was an example. If you would have stayed in worry, you wouldn't have had your dream come true of taking
And I
horse
wouldn't
lessons.
have done it because I would be worried. So
Right.
it gets you nowhere in life. It just makes your dream end.
Yeah. It puts an end to your dream right away.
Yeah.
It happens a lot to people because they worry about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So it's not good to worry, right? What
Yeah.
should you do instead? Like instead of worry, what should you do?
Instead of worrying, you should believe. You should believe that you can do it.
Yeah, just believe in yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you're going to be okay. Like
Yeah.
you had to believe that you were going to be okay as soon as she started walking, and you
Yeah.
were okay, right?
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to say to Grandma's audience?
Well, I want to say to all the ladies out there, children are good if you only have one.
You like being the only child this week, don't you?
Yes, I do. They are way too loud.
Brinley has twin brother and sister. They're 6 years old, so she's loved being the only child here at Grandma's house this week. What else do you want to say to the audience? Anything?
Dogs are the best.
Dogs are the best. What else? What about horses?
Horses too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite horse?
Apple.
Apple. She's the one that you got to take your lesson on, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to feed her apples.
That was funny. Apple.
Yeah. So you're going to get another lesson tomorrow, and then you're going
Yeah.
back home.
Well,
Well, you'll come back because you've been a good girl.
yeah.
This has been fun, huh?
Yes, it has.
Okay, so tell the audience goodbye. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye. We'll talk to you next time.
That's a wrap of the 10-Minute Mind Shift podcast. I hope that you were able to experience your own transformation this week. If you love this podcast, I would love it if you would leave me a review, and here is what's in it for you. When you listen and subscribe and screenshot your review, email it to me, you are entered to win $100. As soon as we get to 100 reviews, I will be drawing for the winner. Now, you can only leave one review, but you can enter multiple times. I'm going to leave the details in the show notes. All right, my friends, I hope that you have the best week ever.